guys, it's Blaire, the Love Guru, and I don't know if I can move this. So I'm up early, as I usually am, but I'm working on Aliens 3, How Aliens Put Me Into Power, the third installment. And if you haven't watched my other videos about this, or if you haven't read my other alien books, this is an experience that I had back in 2014. I connected with my star brother Zeke, who is a high vibrational reptilian alien from Sirius. And I know, well, let's put it this way. If you're into conspiracy theories, if you've studied the Cabal or the Illuminati, whatever you want to call them, you know that reptilians play like a very key part in all the stories, let's put it that way, the stories about what's happening in the world right now and what's going on with our government and things like that. But as Zeke explained to me, because I was aware of this too back in 2014, I had been studying the Cabal for a few years before that. And, Zeke explained to me, there's good aliens and there's bad aliens, just like there's good humans and bad humans. So Zeke's mission is very similar, if not the same, it is the same, I'm being corrected, as my mission, which is to help humanity. And so that's what these books are about, preparing for my mission, which is also helping you prepare for your mission when you read these books. It's also, you learn tons of other stuff about time travel and shape-shifting and how to manifest your dreams, how to clear out limiting beliefs, how to clear out fear, how to step into 5D. So I say all this to say that I'm on the third installment. I'm around 100 pages in. The book is amazing. All these books are amazing. One of the characters that all these books have since... oh, did I just lose it? Okay. Since Zeke is a time traveler, and so am I, maybe you are also, he is able, so the way that he writes, or the way that he talks, is what I call layered messages. So what it is he shares messages that are happening in the current time-space reality of, for example, when I was writing the book in 2014, and now I'm editing the book and it's 2020, and it is the same stuff going on, the same teachings for me, it just takes me to another level. So right here, what I have highlighted is I'm sharing about some current events that he's talking about, because besides, all of the books, have so much information in them, teaching you, like spiritual teaching. Zeke and I are teaching you stuff about new ways of being in the world and how to step into self-mastery and how to step into power, because most of our society is in victim mode. We are taught how to be basically victims in our lives rather than empowered. So Zeke takes you, he was taking me, and he takes you as you read the books through steps on how to become an empowered human being. Besides all those teachings, which is a book in itself, there's also the element of, throughout all the books, I talk about, quote, conspiracy theories, because I was really into it at that time. And I'm still into it now, so there's an overlap also. Because there's been periods that I've tried to not be so involved in it because it takes you to crazy places. But right here, I wanted to share this just because these books continue to amaze me. So I'm going to read this to you. I'm talking to him about how I'm mapping out all the dates of the false flags. And I actually made a video about this, although I think I put it on private because YouTube censors now if you talk about false flags where people died. So that came through. It's very interesting, everything is planned out that's going on in this world. Everything has always been planned out. And YouTube sent out a message, it was, I think, in December of 2019, on how you can no longer have videos up about false flags where they didn't say false flags, obviously, about events where people died. It was something like that. And I remember crying because I was so upset because it was now like I was finally, I thought that this might have happened in January 2020, but I remember crying because I was so upset that I was so conflicted over the years about all these conspiracy theories and how involved I got in them, how much time I spent studying them. And I remember I was crying because I was like, okay, now I'm finally saying goodbye to this stuff for good. I have to take these videos down off of YouTube, which I'm going to put them up on my BitChute account. I have a BitChute account up now. You can find me at the Love Guru Blaire. But I think I'm going to put them up there for storage and just to have them out there because I think people are looking for this stuff now. Well, I know they are. So that's a good idea. So I want to read this. So what I was sharing is that this new, quote, legislation rules of YouTube came out in like December 2019 or January 2020. And then a few months later, well, what happened? Well, the coronavirus hit, which is another one of those, well, we won't mention it, but let's read this, okay? So this is me. I'm talking to Zeke. I've been mapping out the dates of all the false flags. There have been a lot. He goes, you're right. And why is that? How far are these things planned out? He says, honey, there's a lot of fear of losing control, so things are more frequent and sloppy. Again, fear for them of losing control. Society is shifting so quickly, and they are noticing this, so one after the next chaos hits. And I say to him, it's like one each month. Which, side note, that's what's happening now. Now we're having all these like natural disasters, quote, natural disasters. Last month, we were going through the heat wave, the extreme weather. Now we have natural disasters because they were lining it up, right? I go, it's like one each month. Yes, that is correct. Just let it all play out. There will be a time when those within will shift and come to life. Many of these false flags will be confirmed as truths, and there will be much explaining to do. Oh my God, I get chills in reading that. So, number one, there will be a time when those within will shift and come to life. That's what's going on now. You know how we have like the quote whistleblowers are people who have studied conspiracy theory all these years. They're doctors and nurses. And who else is coming out? Some reporters. There are people who are just waking up that are coming out and being like, hey, something is weird here. And they have like that naivety, whatever that word is. They're naive as far as like on how those who have been studying this stuff know that people get killed when they come out and talk about this stuff. So it's taboo for us. We don't really talk about it, or at least, I have been, but they've silenced us because we know what happens to people who speak out. But those who are from within, and I was actually writing about this in my new book series, which is called The Rise of the Lightworkers, which is, I'm writing about the experiences, I've been writing it since March, of what's going on now. So it says, there will be a time when those within will shift and come to life. That's what's happening now. Many of these false flags will be confirmed as truths, and there will be much explaining to do. That's what's happening now. It's building. More like a revolution, a mass uprising. That's what I wrote, which is what's happening now. Correct. Total irritation from the collective. It's exactly what's happening now. They can't hide from it anymore. Can't call truthers crazy because the evidence will be there right in front of them. This is giving me chills. It's so exciting. Once the lies are exposed, you can't put them back in the dark. You can't close your eyes and pretend they don't exist. These books are amazing. This book I'm working on right now, which is the third installment, which I think I'm calling it the third installment, Final Training, is which that subtitle might change as I continue through the book because I think I'm only like 100 pages in or 120 pages in. This is about when I was guided to go move back in with my parents as an adult and clear the final triggers and the childhood wounds and the family karma, so that I would be prepared to do my mission, be able to be free. And this is all the stuff that I teach. I love this stuff. I love it. About deprogramming you, clearing this old programming, the limiting beliefs, the childhood wounds, the emotional baggage, the mental baggage. This is the only way you're able to be in your power. That's what this whole experience in 2014 prepared me for, and I did not go through a good time in my life. It got very hard when I went home to live with my parents for some time, and I was not able to get out of that house because Zeke kept explaining to me, I need to clear this stuff up. And so these books are available on my website, loveguru.net. I encourage you to get them if this stuff is interesting to you, which I assume it is if you're watching this video. It has so many predictions as far as what's going on now. It has so many overlaps as far as what happens with these books also is that whatever's going on in your life, I think I shared this, I don't know, it talks about. It happened for my editor, it happened for me when we were going through these. So exciting. I'm like in love with this stuff. And we're going to have an alien invasion, a fake alien invasion. This is coming. So get on board, start getting educated about aliens, start connecting to your star family. This is what these books help you do. Loveguru.net. You can find them all there. You could download them, start reading them, start learning, start transforming. Bye-bye.